call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bruins will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
Action on first down. Under fire. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
picked up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Forced out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He leaves it with his back. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. Signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
The give to the tailback. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? Motion from the wide receiver. The offense changing the play. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Bruins will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give to the back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The play action fake. Under fire. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Power football with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. A lot better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Looking downfield, it's Newton. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, it just seems as if that ISO play just never really had a chance to develop.
Yeah, but if I'm that running back, good Lord, I'm looking for something. There wasn't any space on the inside, so he tried to bounce it outside and try to make a hole, but sometimes you just run that thing downhill, lower your shoulder, try to get a yard or two, and you bounce it outside, you get a loss, and put your offense in a worse situation.
Looking for space. It's Blunt. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. That's caught. It's Blunt. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. You want to be physical on defense, but too much grabbing. They got him for the hold. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back.
great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And the try is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Dropping back, it's Newton. Pocket breaking down. Got his man on the right. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Give to the back. At the 45, on its way. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
The Gators are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air, it's Singleton. Here's the heat. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. He's looking downfield to throw. Bringing the heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
you know, when you go dive personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They're dealing with a second and long. Trying play action. He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make the play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Now backed up in their own end, it's third and long. Might be changing the route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Gives it to the back on the draw. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Handoff from the gun. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They've got it at the 36. It's a first and 10. Back to throw, it's Newton. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Motion from the wideout. The give out of the gun. There he goes. Pick up a 5. It'll be third down and 5. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And third down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the first down.
Listen, just to be on the field on third down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pierre. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Sends it back in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Unloads it downfield. Snags it inside the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Tight end now in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
So now it's second and long. He wants to change this route. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Montgomery. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The pull and throw off the RPO. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. This time he's got it. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing crow routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Blunt. On the move at the 30. He's loose. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
He wants to throw it again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback will keep it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the third. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up by 21 over Syracuse. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Turning it on! Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback's throwing away from heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Newton. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. That's caught. It's Preston. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
He'll run for it. Breaks the tackle. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Finding open areas. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Suarez. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He wants to throw it. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Suarez. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Bruins are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Pierre. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's looking to throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown, UCLA! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Wants to throw. It's Newton. Finds the tight end. Still running at the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Defense playing a bail technique. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll run for it on third and short. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
A first down run in the red zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time racing requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep. Don't give up those big plays. Make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead. But they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Bruins! They move on top here in the fourth.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's open on the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Dropping back, it's Newton. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Oh, they're after him. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. From the gun, running back on the move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks into the... Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will catch you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. green. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the move, it's Blunt. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. Quickly complete. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Ramsell. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left. And the Bruins have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches.
2-9 Philly.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. Wide receiver going in motion. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. He might want another play. Got a little space. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This almost certainly to win the game. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Newton. The screen. He's got wheels. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. looking up top, and time is of the essence. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.